Today is 23rd of April 2000. Today we will continue faculties Saddha, Virya, Sati, Samadhi, Panya, and so on. This Saddha, faith, Virya, effort, state, mindfulness, Samadhi, concentration, Panya, wisdom, are called it's the spiritual faculties. And regarding about Saddha, we already discussed about that last week. Today we will continue the Virya, effort, and so on. This Saddha, Virya, Sati, Samadhi, Panya, they influence their concomitants as well as overcome their opposing forces. What's the nature of Saddha? Confidence. It's belief to something or someone. Saddha. This Saddha is like all of you should come to study here because of Saddha. Saddha, you believe that it is useful for your life. This is the profound teaching of the Buddha. And you come and study because your faith, your Saddha. As you have Saddha, this influence is the concomitance. Saddha is not arise only one, this Cetasika. As we already studied at chapter 2, Saddha is the beautiful mental state. Remember that, right? Whenever the great wholesome consciousness arises, they associate all the time. It's not only Saddha, and its concomitants mean consciousness and other Cetasika mental state. That's that. It's Saddha influence there is concomitants mean let you write. When you write, what is the writing, your action is the Virya effort. Because your Saddha, you see, influence the Virya to do its function. So there's difference the mental state. When you have the belief to something or someone, we pay respect to. For example, the Buddhist people, they pay respect to the Buddha or the Dhamma, Sangha, or the parents or the teachers. When you bow 3 times, something like that. When you bow 3 times, their action is Virya. Why Virya is arises at that moment? Because Saddha. If you don't believe, you don't do anything. This means the Saddha influenced its concomitants. For example, that's a manasikara, attention. Right? Attention, you listen, just attention. The attention is one kind of mental state, Cetasika. And because you're Saddha, because you believe that, so your Saddha lets the others its concomitants to do their function together. This may influence their concomitants. As the others, this virya effort, state, mindfulness, samadhi concentration, and panya wisdom are the same. They influence their concomitants. That's why we call them as spiritual faculties. Especially when we practice meditation, we need these 5 kind of spiritual faculties: saddha, virya, sati, samadhi, and panya. And regarding about virya effort faculties, I already explained to all of you in chapter 7, where's their function. Remember, Sammapadana 4. Remember that. It's the endeavor to discuss the evil that has already arisen. Remember that, right? And the endeavors to prevent the arising of unarisen evil. The endeavors to develop unarisen evil. And the endeavors to promote the good which has already arisen. And regarding about this meaning, I already explained one by one in chapter 7 already. If you want to know in detail, just review chapter 7. And sati, mindfulness. That's mindfulness. This mindfulness is one kind of faculties. This sati also we already discussed in chapter 7 for mindfulness. Remember? For mindfulness, right? Contemplation of the body, contemplation of feeling, contemplation of thought, contemplation of mental object. In Pali they call Kaya Nupassana Satipatthana, Vedana Nupassana Satipatthana, Citta Nupassana Satipatthana, Dhamma Nupassana Satipatthana. And when we practice inside Vipassana meditation, we have to follow this mindfulness meditation. And samadhi, regarding about samadhi, also we ought to study about that. Samadhi, how many samadhi? Kanika samadhi in Pali, momentary concentration. Upajara samadhi, access, concentration. It's almost gain this apana samadhi, absorption. And the apana samadhi. regarding about panya, wisdom faculties, this panya is still in mundane. This panya realized the nature of mind and bodies, what they really are. This is panya. This Saddha, Viriya, Sati, Samadhi, Panya. When we study chapter 7, we discuss about their nature and the state have to balance the Saddha and Panya, Viriya and Samadhi. Yeah, all of you remember that. Why we have to balance the Saddha and Panya? Too much Saddha is lead to unreasonable belief. It's no wisdom, right? So too much investigation is leads to no concentration or dishonesty. It's too much virya, effort, may lead to restlessness. Too much concentration may lead to drowsiness. So sati have to start balance this faith and wisdom and effort and concentration. But state mindfulness need not to be balanced by any factor. So, strong state mindfulness is always necessary. There's no excelling of state mindfulness. So strong, so good. Not like other factors, saddha, virya, samadhi, and panya. And when we practice meditation, so we need this 5 kind of faculties. You see, we study the 22 indriya faculties. As human beings, what we have? We have eye, ears, nose, tongue, body, sex, mind. Right? And then we have feeling. Because of phassa, external object, and the internal basis, impact. And then we have feeling. And regarding about this feeling, physical feeling or mental feeling, so we need this saddha, virya, sati, samadhi, and panya to observe on this feeling. Or otherwise, regarding about the feeling, vedana, paccaya, maybe tanha, create, maybe dosa, hatred, maybe moha, delusion will arise. So we need saddha, viriya, sati, samadhi, and panya. And when we practice meditation, so we have to observe our mind, or whatever happen to our eye, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. As many times, many years. As the result, one day we will gain enlightenment. That's why just the final, the three faculties, remember? It's called Aninya Dinya Sami Dindriya. We already studied about that. And Inyindriya, Inyadawindriya. Aninya Dinya Sami Dindriya. Aninya is mean unknown, right? Unknown. Aninya. Inya Sami is mean I will realize, like we practice meditation. Your purpose is if I practice this meditation, I will realize the unknown. Unknown is mean before you never realize that the Four Noble Truth. As I practice meditation, I will realize this unknown knowledge, which know the Noble Truth. So when you gain enlightenment, the first stage of enlightenment becomes Soda Patti. That's the stream enterer. There's the wisdom in Sotapatti Magga Citta, remember? Or Supramanden Citta 8. Among 8, they have Magga 4, Phala 4. So the wisdom in Sotapatti Magga Citta is called Aninya Dinyasami Indriya. So make it easy, wisdom in Sotapatti Magga Citta will arise. And you continues to practice meditation, and you will gain the second, the third stage up is the enlightenment. So wisdom in the sixth intermediate knowledge. So we have supramendence A from second to seven. From second to seven, this wisdom is Sotapatti Phala Citta to Arhata Magga Citta. It's called Inyindriya faculties. Inyindriya is mean within the limit of those known by the first part. It's no special, just the same like Sotapatti Magga that realize the Four Noble Truth. That's why wisdom in the sixth intermediate knowledge is called Inyindriya faculties. And when you become Arhat, it's called Inyadawindriya. Inyadawindriya. It's to fully realize the Four Noble Truth. So the wisdom in Arhata Phala Citta. We have 8 supramundane citta, the last one. Wisdom in this Arhata Phala Citta is called Iññata Vintriya, because of fully realized the Four Noble Truths. So as you see, the 22 kind of faculties, just one kind of, the meditation, what we need to realize as the cause in fact. After you develop your saddha, virya, sati, samadhi, and panya, and you will realize this is the Four Noble Truths. Here, the saddha, virya, sati, samadhi, and panya is still in mundane citta. So as I told you, these 5 spiritual faculties influence their concomitants as well as overcome their opposing forces. What is their opposing forces? Saddha. What is the opposing forces of saddha? Saddha is the faithlessness. Opposite, right? Faithlessness. The opposite of virya, laziness. Right? Laziness. The opposite of sati says forgetfulness. Opposite of samadhi, concentration. Restlessness. The opposite of wisdom, panya, ignorance. So this overcome their opposing forces. Among 22 indriya faculties, this is jivita. Say that jivita, mana, vedana, virya, samadhi. Please remember this. Unwholesome faculties can become unwholesome faculty as well as wholesome faculty. Jivita, jivitindriya, jitasika, is a mental life faculty. One, and consciousness, manindriya, consciousness, can be wholesome and unwholesome. And vedana, feeling. Right? And virya, effort. Samadhi, concentration. These 5 kind of faculties can be unwholesome faculties. But saddha, sati, panya is always wholesome. If we classify this indriya faculty as wholesome, unwholesome, we need to understand it, not for knowledge. Now, go to jhana paccaya. So I would like all of us to recite one time together. Jhana paccaya ni jhananga jhananan jarumbanam jhana bhajayena bhajayo. Thank you. Jhana bhajayo. Jhana here it stands for 7 jhana factors. I studied chapter 7. What is the 7 jhana factors? In Pali, Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Ekakata, Somanasa, Domanasa, and Ubekha. 7 factors. It's jhana. It's like the people who go up a tree or a mountain. When someone go up the tree or go up the mountain, what they see? They will see the view very clear. As they go up the trees, the mountain higher, they will see the views very clear. Right? You can imagine about that. If you sit on the floor like this, you don't see anyone's. It's not clear. When you stay the higher place, you will look down around the tree, along the mountain. You will see the river. You see the tree. You see the people. Very clear what they are doing. How's the beautiful, the green tree, the flowing of the river or stream and so on. You see very clear. At the same way, these jhana factors, as all of you know, vitaka, initial application, vichara, sustained application, piti, or joy or rapture, ekakata, one-pointedness, is the vedana, one kind of vedana. So, these jhana factors focus on the particular object closely and fixedly, and you see clearly. So when we practice meditation, it's very clear. You observe on your object. Vidaka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekakata. These are 5 kind of these jhana factors. To do their functions together, and you see the objects very clear. You see when they arise or when they disappear. Arise very clearly. This for meditation. Or it's not only for meditation, this jhana. Some in wholesome action, wholesome deed, or some unwholesome deed. Jhana is not meant only this, when you sit meditation. When you try to kill someone, or when you steal someone's properties, and so on. Still we need this jhana, vitaka, vichara, right? Initial application, and the sustained application. When you do something, you feel happy about that, joy. your mind concentrate on this object. But after that, maybe you feel happy or maybe you feel unhappy. This domanassa or somanassa, anyone. Or maybe just ubeka, equanimity. So the meaning of jhana, there are two meanings. Remember, right? Two meanings. What's the one meaning is to focus closely on the object. So another meaning is the burns up the opposing condition of hindrances. Yes, this burns up the opposing conditions of hindrances, nivarana. Just the first meaning is to closely perceive the object. Just closely perceive the object is maybe wholesome or unwholesome. This burns up the opposing condition of hindrances. How many hindrances? 5, right? Tinamida. First, the kama chanda nivarana, sensual pleasure. Vyabhara nivarana, ill will. Tinamita, sloth and torpor. Udacha, kukucha, restlessness and remorse. Vichikicha, doubt. This jhana factors burns up this opposing condition. Vidaga, initial application is burn up the opposing hindrances is tinamida, sloth and torpor.